Hello, everyone. My name is David Vinca. I'm the founder and CEO of eSpark Learning. My father used to be a Roman Catholic priest, and my mother used to be a Roman Catholic nun. Sounds like the start to a really bad joke, but it's the start to my life. And the reason I share that is my parents imbued in me this value to have our work help people in a meaningful way. And 8 years ago, when I founded eSpark, I really wanted to put that value into practice. I went into classrooms in Chicago, and I was looking for the highest performing schools and the highest performing teachers. And I observed these classrooms, and I asked teachers, what's your biggest problem? What's your biggest challenge? And the thing I heard over and over again was teachers struggled to differentiate instruction. Now, I was not a former classroom teacher, so I had to unpack that with some data. And look at this data from a real second grade classroom. Each dot is a student, and this kind of maps their learning levels. In this classroom, there's effectively students who are struggling with basic kindergarten skills, and there are other students who are flying way ahead and are ready for 6th grade level content. For a teacher to meet the unique needs of the diversity in this classroom is next to impossible. So what eSpark does is we help each student learn at their level and have fun while doing it. We work in public schools in the US, and we work grades pre-K to 5, math, and ELA. The magic moment in an eSparking classroom is when all of the students log into their eSpark account and they're getting an individualized pathway that's uniquely appropriate for them. So this girl here is working below grade level on reading foundational skills, while this girl over here is flying ahead at 4th grade working on reading literature. That enables the teacher to pull a small group and have really high quality small group instruction time with those small groups of students. Now you might say, David, this is like ASU, there's hundreds of things like this. How are you unique in the marketplace? So we have a unique lens on the market, and there's 3 things that we kind of approach the market with a unique lens on. The first one is that we use existing assessment data to individualize learning for students. Assessment is a really big deal. Students spend a lot of time on it, and districts spend a lot of money on formative assessments from MAP, STAR, iReady, and others. And we kind of view it as a tragedy that when a student logs into a computer on Tuesday, after Monday they spent 45 minutes taking a battery of assessments, that program doesn't know their learning needs and doesn't adapt to their learning level. And so we really want to cross this divide between assessment and instruction. And so our product ingests these formative assessments to understand the student's learning level. The second thing is probably the most profound difference in the marketplace, which is that, and this was even true 8 years ago when we started the company, but it's even more true now. The cost to create an educational app or a learning experience for student is approaching 0. I mean, especially with teachers pay teachers, there's millions of students or millions of teachers creating content and publishing it to the web where other teachers can grab it. So instead of creating another app to kind of add to the sea of content, we decided the world needed someone to understand students' learning needs and match them with the best available content on the marketplace. So eSpark is the curator on behalf of each student. This variety is just, we believe it's much more engaging for students to log in and get a different experience from a different creator every day. So we kind of curate videos for direct instruction, games for practice, and other resources like that. We ask students thumbs up and thumbs down, and that helps us make sure that our curation engine is actually moving the needle on things that students really enjoy. The third differentiator is a lot of online programs are pretty rote and low level. The new state assessments are getting to higher levels of depth of knowledge. And actually success in life, if you think about it, requires more than just answering multiple choice on a high stakes test. So at the end of eSpark, we ask students to record videos where they reteach what they learned via video. And we have thousands of little YouTube stars in these classrooms setting up shop and recording videos where they reteach what they learned for their teacher. There's a lot of academic research that shows when you teach something, that's when you actually deeply understand it. And so that's baked into our product at the end of every little quest. A little bit about the business, because this is ASU. We sell software as a service to US school districts. We mostly work with medium and small size public school districts here in the US. The thing I'm most proud of is this form of learning, curating the best content according to each individual's learning needs, is remarkably effective at lifting student achievement. And we see it doesn't just work for the average or above average kids, it works for students of all demographics. So low income students, students with special needs. We see profound growth across these different subgroups. We're pretty proud to be partners with both Google and Apple. We're the only third-party curriculum provider that's on Apple's price list, enabling Apple's sales force to sell our product. We'll do about $1 million in profit this year, and we're growing. And we're here to reach out and connect with others who might be able to help us on this mission. So if you'd like to learn more, my email is david@esparklearning.com. Thank you.